tonight at the Felt Forum. Coming up is our main event. Michael Dokes taking on Bobby Crabtree. Meanwhile, some fighters in attendance being introduced to the crowd. Before we get to our main event, let's take a look at top contender Michael Dokes. It's taken just over a year and a half with 9 fights, but Michael Dokes has reestablished himself as a heavyweight title contender. He returned to the ring in December 1987 after a 2.5-year layoff caused by his addiction to cocaine. He worked to get back into top fighting shape, and though some of his skills, which made him a champion, had eroded, he was able to win 8 straight fights. That earned him a showdown with top contender Evander Holyfield. While many people thought Dokes would be an easy victim for the younger Holyfield, Dokes proved he could more than hold his own. The two men put on one of the best heavyweight fights in recent memory. They took turns banging away at each other, and Dokes feels he was winning the fight when he got caught by Holyfield in the 10th round, and the fight was stopped. The loss did not have a detrimental effect on Dokes. Quite the opposite. It made people believe in him again. With that accomplished, Michael Dokes has given himself one more year in boxing.
These are my last days in boxing. I've made my mark in boxing, and I think I made my mark in life. I'm in the history books, and 20 years is enough time to be doing anything. One thing this long is probably unheard of. So, I'm going to give it up after this last 12 months.
Is 12 months enough time to accomplish what you set out to do, and that is to fight for the title again? Well,
I really don't know. That's up to Mike Tyson and his crew and how they want to go about doing it. But I'm hoping that Bill Caden, along with Don King and Mike Tyson, will come together and give me my last shot out, my last hurrah before these 12 months is up. But what either comes first, 12 months or the title, I'm going to give it up.
And after the 12 months, what's ahead for you?
Probably wrestling. This is something that I'm obsessed with doing, and I want to give it a chance. Maybe become the Dark Destroyer or something of that name, and go out there and have some fun. Besides, it's physical. They travel. They get to do all the things that I'm doing now, and to stay physically fit as well. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing. And Madison Square Garden is going to be getting into that, I've heard. So that's my outlet there.
Are you enjoying yourself? It looks like you're enjoying yourself once again. You're enjoying life.
Well, for sure. I have a new lease on life now that I've been clean more than 2 years from drugs and having a better understanding of myself and trying to get rid of my shortcomings and my character defects and, kind of like praying these things away. I have a better understanding of myself and I have that inner stability again, and that self-esteem has risen again, and those things are very important in life, to be successful and to be happy and just to know where you stand.
And there is Michael Dynamite Dokes returning to the ring for the first time since that fight with Evander Holyfield. A fight, as we mentioned, despite the fact that he was stopped and lost, really helped him.
Sam, he showed so much in that fight. There was just a little balance there when Holyfield hit him with that one good left hook and put him in trouble. But up until then, it was life and death. He proved he can take a tremendous punch. He's a good boxer. That's the kind of guy you want to see him with a Tyson.
What do you think of him as a wrestler, though?
Well, actually, the guy that fought Stewart is on the same circuit, So they brought him in this way they could get acquainted.
All right, Michael Dokes says he's going to fight one more year, then give it up and become a wrestler, and then called the Dark Destroyer. Tonight, he's opposed by Bobby Crabtree, another journeyman fighter, a man who really has fought a good part of his career as a cruiserweight. And he was here at Madison Square Garden a couple of years ago against Ronaldo Mr. Snipes. He's a game fighter. He usually had fought a little under 200 pounds. He gave Ronaldo Mr. Snipes some trouble early in this fight. He was game, throwing some punches. But later on, it was Snipes taking control and his size and strength wearing down Bobby Crabtree, and that really should be the story of tonight's fight as well. This is not a fight that I think you expect much competition for Michael Dokes.
No, well, Crabtree's one of those tough guys. He'll let it all hang out early, and then he usually wears out. He's been licked by nothing but the best. Licked by a lot of guys, but he's been in with everybody.
Okay, let's go to Ed Darien for the introductions to our main event.
From the Big Apple, New York City's fabulous felt form, here at Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. Madison Square Garden Boxing. Bob Goodman, Vice President of Boxing and Matchmaker, and Pat Fleming, Assistant Matchmaker, present Fight Night's main event, a scheduled 10-round heavyweight bout, and is approved by the New York State Athletic Commission. The Honorable Randy Gordon, Chairman. The judges, Bernie Friedkin, Georgie Colon, and Al Reed. Counting for the knockdown seconds, alternate referee Oscar de Perez. The timekeeper, the bell, is Cecilio Pedraja. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of this scheduled 10-round heavyweight bout, referee Fred Yusi. And our boxing fans, introducing the principals. First, in the blue corner, wearing the red trunks with the white trim. He tipped in at an even 210 pounds. This gentleman has 35 wins, 20 losses, 1 draw, with 32 knockouts. All the way from Fort Smith, Arkansas. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the fighting hillbilly, Bobby Crabtree. Crabtree. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the white trunks with the red trim. He weighed in at an even 235 pounds. Now this young gentleman has 37 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, with 23 knockouts. He is currently ranked number 4 by the World Boxing Council, number 8 by the International Boxing Federation, the former World Boxing Association heavyweight champion of the world, a native of Akron, Ohio, and now fighting out of Miami Beach, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Michael Dynamite Dokes.
And Michael Dokes weighed up a little bit at 235. We've seen him fight at 220 and 225. Let himself go up a little bit.
Well, you know, he's back not where he started when he had those 8 straight fights, but of course he was a little self-satisfied, had a little time to rest, had some money in his pocket, and that's what happens. Now he has to put his nose back to the grindstone, get himself down where he was.
Joe Frazier has rejoined us. And Joe, what were your thoughts about Michael Dokes in his fight with Evander Holyfield? Hold it, we've got to get your microphone open. Just hold on 1 second. There we go.
I thought it was a good fight. Well, Dokes, let's say, a little heavier here. I would like to see these guys stay down to the regular weight. Once we all have a chance of getting a little heavier, we cut corners every now and then. Clancy know about that.
Yeah, but Joe, but you're not fighting anymore, and I'm not training for anything. But he's still fighting, so he's not supposed to cut corners.
Well, then you try not to cut corners.
Scheduled for 10, Crabtree the southpaw, a late replacement. As of Tuesday, Danny Smiley Sutton was supposed to be the opponent for Michael Dokes. And Dokes coming out to end it, gets tagged with a left hand by Crabtree.
Well, we said Crabtree lets it all hang out early, Sam, no question. You know, that's the way he does it. But again, he figures to wear out. Remember, he took the fight on short notice. He may not be in condition.
Dokes banging to the body using that left hand.
Dokes has fast hands for a heavyweight, and he puts his punches together real well.
The outpiece is out for Michael Dokes. He's trying to put it back in. And Crabtree finally sees it and attacks Dokes. Dokes
fought that mouthpiece in midair, tried to put it back in.
And he got it back in.
How do you like that? Maybe he could be his own trainer.
You are on the guy, Doug.
Right away, we're taking a job away from somebody, Joe.
That's all right. I think that both guys, let's say, banging. Crabtree, he knows guys to play with. He's fine.
Right.
And you're southpaw, and you really got to be alert for those guys. You see what happened?
But Joe,
He's shaking Dokes every time.
but he's already getting tired, Joe. And it's only the first minute of the first round.
The Clancy, man, always dangerous.
All right, let him go, Bobby. Let him go. Come on.
Especially these big guys. Anything can happen.
You know, similar thing goes for Dokes. I think Dokes being a little bit out of shape has got to let him hang out early. And he crashes to the body, and down goes Crabtree. And he won't get up. It's all over.
7, 8, 9. That's it.
Now, the fans may be booing Crabtree's down, but that was a beautiful left hook to the body. Right to the liver.
The guy was doing a good job out there. No doubt about that. If he wasn't really ready to do what he's supposed to do, Dokes was in trouble. But he was landing.
Crabtree moaning in pain from that left hook to the body.
Got a nice back. Nice back.
Bobby's got a real job. He's calling a good shot.
Yeah, sure. I want you.
You know, very seldom you see a guy scream in pain the way Crabtree did when he got hit with that left hook to the body. And he's very disappointed.
He's not real, that's all. His country went off for a second.
Well, once again, a no contest fight. I think this is the case. This is the type of evening you want to throw out Montez, throw out Crabtree, and say Dokes and Stewart get in the ring and fight. Let's see what happens.
Well, they're talking about it, but again, talk is cheap. It's a question, like if a guy really doesn't want to fight a guy, if you offer him half a million dollars, you know I want $1 million. There's a million ways that guys can duck out of a fight. That's why I say, let a Bobby Goodman go up and say, look, this is all the money we can get. We can put the fight in a big building. We have pay-per-view. We have this. This is what we can get. You guys want to fight? Split it up. But I don't know. Would you like to see Stewart and Dokes fight? Joe Frazier? Not you, each other.
Oh, okay. Well, if they're ready for that, and the manager come to agreement and it'd be a good match.
No, you're getting to be too much. You're getting to be too much of a manager, not enough of a fight fan.
Well,
I'm not asking you like you're supposed to think. I'm asking you to be a manager.
We all came along together.
I'm asking you as if you were a fight fan. As a fan, never mind the dollars. As a fight fan, would you like to see this fight?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. That's an honest answer. Very simple and honest. Michael Dokes, it's inconclusive. This fight was meaningless for Michael Dokes. Bobby Crabtree coming in for a little bit over a minute of time, and it doesn't do anything for Michael Dokes.
All right, let's take a look. There's a good left hook to the body.
It was a good fight, a very good fight. And if the guy wasn't in the conditions for it right there, hey, he hurt Dokes about 3 or 4 times in this round and shook him.
Well, he lets it all hang out. But now let's take a look at the end of the fight. Now, there's a right hand by Dokes. Left hook by Dokes. And there's that left hook to the body. That's the one that did it.
Right
you remember that punch, Joe.
One body, man.
You remember that punch.
I do know.
Plenty of left hooks to the body.
Clancy, man doesn't live by his head. He lives by his body.
All those days up in that Concord Hotel, bob, weave, slip, bang to the body. You remember all those days, Joe? Day after day.
Just like it was yesterday.
Let's get the official announcement from ring announcer Ed Darian.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time of this bout, 1 minute and 46 seconds of the first round, and the winner by a knockout, Michael Dynamite Dokes. Dokes. And how about a nice round of applause for Bobby Crabtree? Let's hear it for him. Music, please.
Michael Dynamite Dokes returns to the ring to defeat Bobby Crabtree. We'll be back with more in just a moment.